Today's video, I'm working on a Whirlpool Gold dishwasher. Problem is that the dishwasher will run all the way through a cycle, not throw any codes or anything, but it just doesn't wash. The dishes are left with a lot of crap on them still. So what I got right now, I have it on a little 1 hour wash cycle. Now it did fill, and I did hear the motor run for a little bit, but it stopped. If we look right here, let me find the wash circuit here. So we have all this going on. Here's our motor. Real simple, a couple of light blue wires. And normally I would probably bust open the door and check that from the control board, see if that's putting out voltage. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you, since I have it exposed and outside, what's going on here. Now I'm going to put my multimeter on my low Z AC voltage function. These wires right here that we're going to check the voltage. There we have it. We have a voltage drop. Attempted to start the motor. Nothing's happening. I felt it vibrate ever so briefly. Yes, it's really trying now. We've got 117 volt drop across these connectors here. Maybe you heard it just then. Try to start, nothing's happening. So there's our problem. Bad motor. So to replace the wash motor, I have the dishwasher flipped upside down for easiest access. When you do this, make sure to have towels handy. Probably going to spill a little bit of water. All right, first thing we're going to do is going to take this off, and you can use a 5/16 or an 8mm. Either will do the job, getting this weight off. Going to remove this connector. You're going to thumb up this little black tab. You're going to pull out your connector. Then release the wire harness. Next, we're going to loosen the ear clamps right there. So we'll just use a flathead screwdriver to open that up. Again, here like this, and just work it loose. You work it enough to where it just comes completely off. This wash motor is secured at 3 points, which is at this grommet, at this hose connection, and try to get a good view for you. Right here is a little hook that slides into this base right here. So really, we're just gonna ultimately just work this out. Get the hose off. Now, I advise if you're replacing this, go ahead and get a new grommet, because you got a high chance of messing this up as you pull this out. There's the end result. The grommet's still there, pretty intact, but I'm going to change it out anyway. And to replace that, it just pops out. So if you need a little help, just use a screwdriver. Here's my brand new OEM wash pump. So from the factory, we get one of the hose connections already clamped down. The other is loose, so we're going to use some Oetiker or ear clamp pliers to properly clamp that down. As far as a little hook on the bottom, we're going to transfer the rubber piece from the old one onto this. And yeah, let's reinstall. As you're putting this on, take your time. Make sure the bottom hook's going in your hose connection. Make sure your the clamp part is in a pretty easy to access spot. You don't want that underneath it. And this part that goes in the grommet, I just used a little bit of dish soap to lubricate, and we're just going to carefully move everything in. Okay, I have everything in. Now make sure the hose connection is seated all the way on. You see it has a rubber tab that goes into that indentation on the plastic pipe. And down here at the base, you have these little rubber tabs. Make sure you see a little rubber tab in the window on this side. And the other side, it's kind of hard to see. Well, there he goes. Right there, deep down in there. Well, you have a nice secure connection. Now we're going to get some ear clamp pliers, and we're going to snug this on. I got my outer clamp pliers. We're just going to slowly squeeze. Get that nice and snugged up. Now, if you don't have these, it is possible just to remove this completely and just put a worm gear clamp on. But it's really best to leave this on and have some of these cool ear clamp pliers. Here are the part numbers for this specific dishwasher I'm working on. I'll leave the model number of this dishwasher in the description. Put your wire harness back in the holder. Put your wire connection back on. Don't forget to put your little weight back on. All right, now we're going to flip this back over and test it out. So for those of you more than likely doing this in your kitchen, leave the dishwasher out, more exposed. Don't shove it under the counter quite yet, because you're going to test it, and it's a lot easier to do that with the dishwasher not shoved under the counter, so you can check for leaks. Okay, we've got it flipped. Now what we're going to do is dry up any water at all. It might still be on the floor, might still be under the dishwasher as part of the repair process, and might have shown up after you flipped it. So. All right, ready to rig and test it. Got the washer going. Hearing some steady washing noise. Wouldn't say purring like a kitten, but purring. So successful repair.